Hey, we're going to talk about the Aver VC520. This is a USB conference camera. You can see just by looking at it, it looks a little bit different than some of the other USB webcams that you might see. So it features a pan tilt zoom system that has a 12 times optical lens on it, and looks pretty good. We'll do that in the demo. A speakerphone, a small little hub that has the speakerphone and the camera plugs into it, that then goes to a USB connection on your laptop or desktop computer, and a remote control. The remote allows you to do remote zoom, pan, tilt, and also some presets. So you can preset different locations of where you want to record while you're having your web conference or other meeting. Hey, once you unbox this thing, the setup is fairly easy. Really took me about, I think it took longer to take it out of the box than to actually put this all together and make it work. So if we start out with the top little unit over here, this is the hub. And that small little hub, you'll see that there's a blue and green connector color-coded. And off to the left of that, you'll see a USB out and then a 12-volt power. So that's the place that I start with this, is that we plug in the camera in the green and the speaker mic into the blue. And then our USB connector that we have there goes into our laptop or desktop computer, and then power into power, of course. So from the cables that we plug into there, we put it into the speakerphone. And the speakerphone itself, you'll see it's got a couple different ports on it. One of them's your normal Kensington lock port, which is kind of important. It also has a line audio out and also a phone in. And from what I'm understanding, the phone in is kind of a neat feature of the speakerphone part of this, is that you could take somebody that is called in on a cell phone and you can put the audio into the same USB audio stream when you've got this connected to your laptop. A couple other features that are really neat. When you're looking at the base unit itself, it's got a pretty high quality speaker in there, and we played around with it and it sounds really, really great. And two other features you'll see that I really like. So over by my thumb, there's a mute button, so you can mute that, and that actually does send mute to whatever computer it is that you have hooked up to. So it's going to mute the microphone, and then the volume control up and down, so you don't have to mess around with Windows connections of trying to figure out what your audio connection is. And then on the right, there's your external telephone input. You can turn that on or off to mute that one way or the other. Additionally, you're going to see on one of the other sides here is that it has a port, besides just the blue one coming in there, it goes back to that small hub. It's got another yellow port there, and that one allows you to hook up one more speakerphone to that. So you can have up to 2 of these units, from what I'm told, hooked up to this. And then you can cover a little bit bigger of a room. We used this in one of our conferences the other day, and it covered a room about 40 really well with just a single speaker mic, and it wasn't optimally placed either. Okay, and one more piece is the pan tilt zoom remote control. So this allows you to do a few things. Zoom in and out, mute, control your volume, call someone or hang up. And the other thing that's kind of neat, it's got presets in it. So you could determine presets inside your room by pushing preset button for a couple seconds, holding that down, and selecting wherever it is you have your camera set, and you can recall that point in the room where you want to bring the camera back to. And then on the back of the webcam itself, you'll see that it's got both an RS-232 connector, which is really great if you want to do any kind of other control or integration with it. And then that little green port goes to your hub. And I really do like that these things are color-coded, because it makes this setting up really easy. There's one other part that goes with this, and it's a wall bracket. So you'd be able to permanently or semi-permanently mount this whole system on a wall in a corner someplace. So if you had a computer lab or some other room where you wanted to put this thing semi-permanently, you can throw the camera up on that bracket and run all your cables to parts in the room that you want to run them to. And then it's as easy as whoever's going to be running the meeting, they just need to hook in the single USB cable from the hub into their laptop, if they brought that, or if there's a computer in the room to be able to hook into. And now you've got great HD video coming into any of the sort of conferences that you're going to run, like Google Hangouts or Skype for Business, also known as Link. We'll figure that out one of these days, I'm sure, Microsoft. If you do a WebEx or GoToMeeting, any of those platforms where it uses a webcam or USB video, this thing will work with, and it works fantastically.